Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be scrapbooking rainbows. This is my inspiration, this little rainbow puffy sticker that I don't remember where it came from, but it's been on my tripod's leg for a while now. This is a photo of Lana on her birthday. She got this set of alcohol markers. So it's rainbow, so we're going to do that. I'm also using this floral wreath cut file from my shop. So my plan is rainbows in black and white because you know I love that combination. So let's see what I can do. Well, guys, I am going to be completely honest with you. There is a lot of repetitive process on this video. I did speed it up 4 times. So if that is not fast enough, go ahead, skip to the end. But then you might miss out on something fun that we're talking about, right? No pressure or anything at all on me right now to talk about fun stuff. So I am using my Close to My Heart inks and my Pink and Main blender brushes. Now I am alternating the colors here, meaning what you see right now. So I put the red on, then I left a space for the orange, and then I put the yellow on. And then I'm going to come back and put the orange on, and that way I can work on blending into the yellow and into the red. I was kind of hoping that this would cause me to have less going back with the other colors to blend into it. Now I discovered that I did not have a ink blending brush for yellow and orange separately. So I went ahead and used my microfiber towel there to just blot off some of the ink so that I could go ahead and use it. So I do the same process over here with the yellow and the blue. I leave an area for the green and then I just go ahead and get in there. Now this rainbow is definitely very stripy, you guys. Like it's not one soft blended rainbow like I have done in the past on some layouts. But those past layouts were made with distress oxides and blending foam. This is a blending brush which puts less amount of ink down on the paper at a time. So you really do have to blend a lot and repeatedly to get the same kind of look that you would with a blending foam. They both have their places in my craft room. Like, I'm just going to put that out there. I'm not going to get rid of one. I enjoy them both. So I grab 2 different colors of purple, you know, for indigo and violet, but they end up looking a lot alike. So I try to layer on another purple ink over top one of them, but I don't know. I don't know if you can actually see the difference, and frankly, I love the layout, and that's all that matters. So I'm over here scrapbooking, and Lana's sitting across from me, and we're watching bad television. And when I mean bad television, we're watching stupid reality shows from Netflix. We're actually watching Love is Blind right now, where these people date in these pods where they don't see each other, and they fall in love with the voice on the other side of the pod, and then they, you know, they propose to each other without seeing each other, then they finally see each other, then they're dating and they're living together, and eventually it gets to the wedding, and that's when they decide if they're going to actually get married or if they're not going to get married. So it's, guys, it's bad TV. Like, what can I say? But we like to watch that kind of stuff. So there it is. Oh, I am stepped away. I probably could have cut this out, but I didn't edit the video other than speeding it up. So we're going to stare at the rainbow for a little while. I have no idea what the heck I'm doing right now. All right, so I stopped the video, deleted a lot of extra time, and now I am doing my ink blending. Wouldn't it be awesome if I could actually ink blend this quickly? That would be freaking amazing, right? Like, amazing. So let's talk about how fast this month has gone by, right? Like, it's June 24th, you guys. It's the end of freaking June already. How in the world is this happening? I can't even tell you. Cannot even tell you. So I am adding in more and more color here, and if you want to fast forward now, probably a good time to do it because I still don't think I've said anything amazing. So now, only thing I'm doing is trying to blend in the purple a little bit more. Now, my purple blender brush is smaller. I don't have a purple blender brush in the large blender brush, and that might have been part of my problem. I don't know. So I decide that that is good enough, and then I have my cut file. This is Floral Wreath number 1 on my shop. My shop is www.scrappingreflections.com. And then, yes, it is number 1 because I hope to have more. So I am just popping up the flowers on some little foam dots, and that way the wreath is going to be lifted a little bit off my page. Now, eventually, I totally negate the fact that I popped them up, so it's okay. I decide to put my photo on some glitter stock and then go ahead and place it over on the left-hand corner of the layout. Now, this is when Lana realized that she was being scrapbooked on the rainbow paper, and she was super happy about that because she thought it was beautiful. So now I went and pulled out my little metallic embellishment case that is in rainbow order from red to purple. And I'm using my little pokey tool here, and I am just going to go through and put brads through this entire layout. Now, I'm not really having any rhyme or reason to how I'm doing it. When I was originally thinking about this layout, I thought I was going to put rhinestones around it. And then completely forgot about it, that I was going to use rhinestones until after the layout was completed, and I backed it, and then I was like, oh, you were going to use rhinestones, ding dong. But it's fine. I can always make more rainbow layouts and rhinestones with those. So the pokey tool pokes through the little foam dot on the flower just fine. And can you believe the amount of brad tines on the back of this layout? Now, I am not going to washi tape all of these brad tines. I would probably use up nearly a whole roll of washi to do it. But what I did instead was take a sheet of paper. I pulled a sheet out of a paper pad that I wasn't completely in love with. I trimmed it down to 11 3/4 by 11 3/4, and then I adhered it to the back so that all of those brad tines were covered up. Nobody needed to see them. Like, you just don't. And that's a lot of brad tines, you guys. So I'm just going around the entire floral bit. And even though my colors don't match my ink exactly, it still reads in rainbow order, and it reads pretty. Like, I think it reads pretty. Now, I did fool around with the idea of doing some sort of black doodly border on the outside. I thought about bringing in some glitter. I thought about spraying some sort of shimmer spray. But ultimately, I decided that I just liked the rainbow and the black wreath with all the little dots on it. I am still working at 4 times the speed. This layout took a long time, like straight up, it took a long time. Doing all the ink blending, and even I don't really know if we can even call that ink blending, you guys. It's more of like ink laying it down on the page. But doing all of that, going through and putting all of the brads on the page, it took a good amount of time to do that. Which was fine because, we were watching our bad television, so it really didn't matter. Now, because the photo does cover up the entire floral wreath over on that left-hand side, I did decide to go ahead and put a couple of brads over there, just so that, you would think that it was extended all the way underneath of it. I mean, you can see it that it is, but I just wanted that extra little oomph to really drive that point home. Plus, I'm feeling really good. I'm using older supplies that have been in my stash for a while, so that makes me ridiculously happy. I'm going to put those away, and then I'm going to get on my title. So again, my colors are not an exact color match, but it's close enough, and it's good enough, and it looks enough. I don't have any more eyes in this thickers pack, so I took a J and just cut off the little hump of the J so that I have an I. And this time I actually dot the I. There's a lot of times for lowercase i's, I don't dot them on my scrapbooking pages because I don't dot my lowercase i's when I'm printing most of the time. So it just makes sense to me. Now I have these blue thickers right here that I don't have any more O's in, so I thought I was going to take the Q's and trim them down and be able to use them. But the cover on these thickers is paper, and you just see the brown cardboard of the paper, and I'm just like, no, I don't like this at all. So this letter sticker right here doesn't make it. Like, you can see it and it's terrible, so I just put it back and go looking for more another color blue that I have. Now I definitely had options. That one turned out to be a little bit too dark. I felt it looked more purple up against the blue color, so I put that off to the side, and then I found these Chamel thickers that work, and you know, they're not the stickiest, so I definitely add Nouveau Deluxe adhesive onto these thickers after the camera turns off. I don't think I do it on camera, but on this one I had the same thing. I had a Q that needed to go into an O, so I trimmed it down with scissors, and then I'm also using my little pen blade here. I think that's what it's called, a pen blade. Yes, pen blade. It's the yellow pen blade. Now, fun fact, the pen blade has a little bit of a ruler on it, and I don't even know why that's on there. I guess there are people that use an X-Acto knife and need a ruler combo tool. I have no idea. I've never used a ruler on it. So now I have this down, and I had actually pulled out these little black and white letter stickers from Teresa Collins. These are ancient. They're from 2014. And I was going to write, or not write, but use an O and an F. So it says gift of color. But ultimately I ended up going to my tiny letter sticker stash, and I pulled out something different. I pulled out these, I want to say they're from My Mind's Eye. I don't know. But then I was like, oh, you got to get your rainbow in there, because, you know, that was the whole inspiration. So I decided to have that rainbow there, so that it kind of bridges the photo and the title together. And then I just do a few lines of journaling about Lana and her love of coloring and how excited she was to get this large pack of alcohol markers for her birthday. Girl does love to color, and her color combos are on point. She just has an eye for it. So I'm just going to wrap up the journaling about that, and then that is going to do it for this layout, you guys. Thanks so much for joining me. Here's a couple of cool still shots where you can kind of see the colors melding together a little bit, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.